Hi there, I'm on the way to the bus stop at the moment because today I'm going to go to Yarmouth to tell you the story of the Yarmouth Witch Trials. So it's going to take me about an hour to get there, and I'll see you when I get there. So here we are at the Tolhouse Museum. We start our journey here. It was built 800 years ago. Over the years it's been home to pirates, robbers, murderers and crooks. It was the site of the witch trials in 1645. Matthew Hopkins himself conducted the trials. Matthew Hopkins was the Witchfinder General, and he was mainly active in East Anglia. He was born near Manningtree, and he owned a pub in Manningtree as well. And one day I'll go and visit that as well. It's open, so I'm going to go in. Entrance upstairs. So here we are, we've just paid to get in. It was £5.30, which is not too bad. And apparently she told me that upstairs there's loads of children making the noise, so she told me to come down to the bottom bit and work my way up. So we're now going into the cells, the oldest part of the prison, which is where the witchcraft cells were. Ooh. Oh my God. Right, so recently I made a film about a haunted bridge in Pottheim, which you can see on my channel. And when I played the video back, there was loads of talking into my microphone, which I've got pinned onto me here, and voices that weren't me, and I was standing on my own. And it kind of freaked me out. So I'm going to see whether after I've been here and I play it back, I can hear voices that aren't me, that aren't those children upstairs either. So if you hear voices on there, can you let me know in the comments, please? So we're now going into the prison part, which is where the witches would have been kept during the witch trials, which is quite spooky. I'll sit on this bench and I'll get my notes out for you, because I can't remember all the names of the people that were in the witch trials. So, trials took place here when it was a courthouse, and the names of the witches are Alice Cliswell, Bridgetta Howard, Maria Blackburn, Elizabeth Dugjean, and Elizabeth Bradwell. Historians now believe that many of the individuals that were charged with the witchcraft were social outcasts or victims of unrelated conflict in the town. So I know that the Lowestoft witch trials, the witches were accused of having an argument about some fish, which is absolutely ridiculous, and they were accused of being a witch and then executed in Bury St Edmunds. The ones that were trialled I'm stumbling my words. The ones that were trialled from here were executed in Great Yarmouth, and we're going to go there after we've been here. So these are the cells that they would have been kept in. Prison food. That looks appetising, doesn't it? It's like a tunnel there leading up. Let's shift it up. Don't know whether somebody escaped from there years ago. You can see they've got a dummy in there. Looks really spooky. There's another one. I wonder what he did. There's the beds that they would have slept on. And the chamber pot down there. There's a description here about a hanging that happened in Tombland in Norwich. drew a big crowd apparently. So if you look in my videos, you'll see a video of Tombland in Norwich. I see a chain hanging up there. Wonder what that was for. So I've spent a bit of time in here now thinking about these witches that were executed because of no reason really, other than that they probably had an argument with someone local, or they might have been prostitutes, or they might have been social outcasts or a bit different. So I think that in the medieval times I probably would have been executed for being a witch, because I'm not a prostitute, but you know, I've always been a bit different. I've always been a goth since I was about 14, and I'm now 55. I think, yeah, I wouldn't have lasted long. So I kind of got an empathy with them, really. In the 1840s, a prison reformer called Sarah Martin came here, and she basically said that this wasn't suitable for prisoners, and she made them extend, and apparently there's another bit which is not open to the public, which they extended to. And that's when they stopped having prisoners in here, because it's not humane. In the Middle Ages, there weren't any courts where they decided fairly whether or not anybody was guilty. The jail record suggests that a person's reputation could have saved his or her life. In 1316, Richard Cantley was found not guilty of theft because he was of good repute. There's a picture of that. So now we'll go to the rest of the museum, which is up these very modern looking stairs. There's a lift here if you should need it. These objects here are some of the reasons why people were executed at the Tolhouse. And you can see there that there's one of them is tarot and crystal ball, which would have been the witch trials, I would have thought. This is the stairway to court. The accused would have come from the cells where we've just come from, which is through there, up here, and up into the court, which we'll see a bit later. If they were found guilty, they'd be sent back down to the jail to await their fate. This building's also been a house, would you believe, in the 13th century. There's a window leading out to the road there, so afterwards I'll go around the other side and do a little video there. So this is the courtroom. So that was incredible. I really enjoyed that. Right up my street, that was. So now we're just going to have a walk around the outside. See if we can see anything interesting from the outside. So this is one of the rows, the walking row. In a moment we're going to go to a row which is all about witches. Row 108, this one is. We're going to row 95, which is a witches row. Okay, so now we're going to go and walk to a place called Kitty Witch's Row, and I'll tell you all about that when we get there. So it's quite hidden down a back street. We have to go up here to find it. And the toll house was just there, and then you go up here to find it. So here we are at Kitty Witch's Row. It's believed that it may have got its name from the ladies that used to frequent this road. There's a lot of brothels up here, and there was a lot of said witches there. And originally it would have gone all the way down there, but there's a car park there now. Its narrowest point was 28 inches across. So this is believed to be where the witches used to live, and they used to make mischief up this alley. So we're now going to go up here and have a look. Up there, there's a window. Oh, God, that made me jump. Fucking bird. An old window there. Oh, up there, an old light. Up there. And there's lots of these rows in Yarmouth, but this is apparently the narrowest one. I don't know if it's the oldest one, but if you do know, let me know in the comments. There's lots of bird muck here. Watch the bird muck. And the door, probably leading to someone's flat. So, here we are. There's another sign. Number 95, Kitty Witch's Row. And that's it from this side. And it leads you out onto this bit here of Great Yarmouth. So now we're going to go up there to the site of the executions. It's quite a long walk, so I'll see you when I get there. Yarmouth's got a lot of these rows. This one's number 85. This one's got loads of old pictures of Yarmouth and the history of it down there. There's a map of all the different rows there, and so many of them. There's lots of pictures of old Yarmouth. This is the old town wall. It was built in the 1400s and was originally a military barrier. This goes all across Yarmouth from one side to the other, and you can see it at various different points. And one of these towers is a B&B, or a self-catering accommodation, I think, not a B&B. So you could go and stay in it if you wanted to. So that goes all along here. This would have been here during the time of the witch trials. Trying not to video people's houses, which are on the right hand side, in case you get upset about it. Look at this bit. So I don't know if you can get out the other side, because that's the way we want to go. No, you can't get out that way, so you've got to go back. Just spotted a pub in the back streets here called the Oliver Twist. Wonder if that's got any significance to Dickens. If you know, can you let me know in the comments, please? So we're just walking down here now, to the seafront, the north side of the seafront, to get to the North Deans. Just spotted this unusual roof here. Wonder if you can get up there. So here we are up North Drive. The main part of the seafront is down there. That's where all the holiday makers and that go. I've got 3 or 4 different videos of Yarmouth main seafront if you want to go and look at my channel, when you've watched this one, of course. So we're going to now walk up there and I'll show you the North Deans, where all the witches from Great Yarmouth were hung. Not all of them, all the ones that were found guilty were hung. There's some gardens here called Norfolk Square. In the 70s, I don't know if anybody remembers a programme called It's a Knockout. One of the episodes was filmed on this bit of grass. These are new. Beach huts. Didn't know these were here. And then over there you can see all the wind turbines. They're on a place called Scroby Sands. You can get boat trips to that. I'm hoping this cafe's open because I'm getting a bit peckish now. So this is the North Deans of Great Yarmouth, where lots of the executions and the executions from the witch trials took place. It's called Payne's Hill. Payne's Hill was named after a pirate called William Payne, who was executed in 1781 in London, and his body was moved to Great Yarmouth as a warning and was kept there for 2 decades. I bet that smelled nice. It's a pity they don't do that now. Some people could do with a warning. So that's where it was, I think, on that mound there. If you know anything different to that, can you let me know in the comments? But it's somewhere around here where all that horribleness happened. And now we're going to go that way and down the road towards the church where they were buried. This part of Yarmouth here is called the Venetian Waterways. You used to be able to get boats around there. They used to be playing classical music out loud, and sometimes they used to have events on here, but obviously health and safety or something has put a stop to that. So along this road you've got a lot of hotels and B&Bs. So this is the graveyard of St Nicholas Church in Great Yarmouth. So apparently I've got to walk up here now to find the blue plaque. Such a big graveyard. Here it is. I found it. In this churchyard are buried 7 women who were hanged for alleged witchcraft in 1584 and 1645. And then it's got their names all around the outside. So here we are at the front of St Nicholas Church. Let's go and see if it's open. While we're here, I might as well show you this. This is where Anna Sewell was born, who wrote Black Beauty. And to commemorate that, there's a horse statue here. Always has to be a car come right by when you're filming, don't there? There's a statue here of a horse. There's another historical part of Yarmouth here. I always think this looks like a Dickens house when I come here. If this didn't have a fence all the way around it, that would make a nice photo there, wouldn't it, with the horse and the church in the background. Instead it looks like it's in prison. So now I'm walking back into the town centre. There's another old row here, Ferriers Row, number 38. Thank you for watching. I'm now on the way back to my house from the bus stop. If you got to the end of the video, can you please put I got to the end of the video in the comments, because I need to know how many people actually watched till the end. You can follow me on Instagram, it's jenny.lifestyle77, or please subscribe if you want to.